Hi guys. I thought I'd sub in since MA and Scott evidently had something going on. I don't really have anything planned other than to listen to what you guys say in the chat and things of that nature. If one of them does go on live, let me know so I can get off. I don't really have anything planned other than to listen to what you guys say. But it's kind of odd when they can't go on, and I actually meant to go on a little sooner than this, but somebody came home that I had to talk to because I was going to go on about 20 minutes ago, but it took me a while to get set up and everything. Oh, there's a storm over there? Huh. That's interesting. Hi, Sharkay. Hi, QP. Sharkay. QP. Yeah, you guys, since I didn't know I was going to be doing this, I really don't have much planned other than I was looking at some of MA's indicators to see if it had changed, and the snap card one has not changed for me. Some people say it has. But hi, Sarah. Hi, Simon Says. Yeah, it is really nice here. I wonder what, I'm going to go check the temperature real quick. I think it got up to, yep, it's 80, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, goodness. But oh, guys, can you hear me? Something might have got messed up for a second. Sorry about that. Hi, Evie. Cowboy. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I don't know why the video is not available. Okay, you can hear me though? Okay, good. Chemical attack on Syria. This stuff is really important, but I don't know why. I don't know. I've never followed politics. Oh, I just need to refresh. That's why I can't see my picture, but I can see you guys on the chat. So I was talking this morning about how kind of like some people were talking about jaw pain, and I said I didn't have any, but I guess it kind of is jaw pain because it's, like I said, it was kind of behind my ears, like around my lymph nodes. And I was wondering if anybody had known about any like jaw changes or like kind of like feeling by the ears. You don't believe any of it, Sharkay? Yeah, that's why I just really don't even watch the news. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it was off for a while, but it was because I didn't refresh. Hi, Guardian Matrix. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'll hopefully see your name in a minute. Yeah, but if they come on, just let me know and I'll get off. And I think Robert Woods comes on at like at 20 after the hour. So Maybe I've been talking too much. I don't talk to very many people except for you guys anymore. My sons occasionally. Let's see, we're supposed to pull out of Syria. Then this, yeah, it is fishy. Very much. Bye, Sharkay. Have a great day or evening. Hi, River Swept. Yeah, I just thought I'd get on. Let's see. Got the TV on with no sound, right? But I don't know. Oh, so he told Russia to get ready for a U.S. missile strike? Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm not the best to talk about politics for sure. About I don't know how many years ago, I just started not watching the news at all and not even voting. I think it's just all part of the system, trying to, because what in actuality can you do about anything? You say you can do something by voting, but, is it all just an act and just whoever's supposed to get in gets in anyway, So, hi, Therian. So, I don't know. But you guys can feel free to talk about politics. Yeah, I wish I had something interesting to say. Maybe I'll think of something. It sounds like I need to go back and watch Patrick's stream that comes on before mine, because it sounds like you guys had a really good conversation about clones and everything. Whenever I look at Zuckerberg, and also Eminem, they both just look so pasty and so weird. They don't look real. To me, politics is boring. Definitely. Definitely. Simon, you're tucked up in bed already, huh? I took a nap. I was up all night. Mainstream media is pushing aliens now? Wow. Hi, Carrie Frost. Yeah, I don't know either. I just decided to come on as a backup. Don't really have an agenda, though. If I would have known I was going to do this, I could have come up with a couple things to say. But I was up all night, but then I had a nap. Brandon Hall's there. Oh, that's what I can tell you. Now, what happened? Let me get my thoughts together on this. Well, shoot, there's two parts to it, but I can only remember one part. But anyway, during my nap, hi, Texas Danny. Yeah, chemtrails. Okay, now something that not a lot of Mandela affected. Okay, well, let me go back to my dream first, and then I'll talk about then I have something I want to ask you guys if you've followed it at all, because I think it actually has something to do with it. But anyway, what I was getting back, I had a nap, and all of a sudden I heard clearly in my voice, Michelle, are you awake? Or in my head, Michelle, or from, I thought it was outside me, Michelle, are you awake? And it sounded just like my friend Julie. And so I woke up and I'm like, yeah, what is it? And nobody was here, but it was the oddest thing. And then there's a second part. Dang, I need to write down when this stuff happens, because there was a second part that was interesting that I wanted to tell you guys about it, but I can't remember. But anyway, what I wanted to, hi, Scott Baylo. Hi, JW. I'm just subbing in. But one of the things that I just thought of that I wanted to talk about in my broadcast sometime, actually, my morning one, but this is as good as any, is what do you guys, because not very many Mandela affected people talk about this, but what do you believe about the black goo? Because I saw this, oh my gosh, it was like, I think a 3-hour long lecture by this German scientist that was pretty darn interesting about how it's basically all connected. you know, the black goo and HARP and chemtrails and D-Wave and CERN. And he just kind of drew a loop, you know, like a kind of a flow chart diagram, having it all fit together. And it was pretty, his name is Harold something, and it spells his name kind of strange. But anyway, have you guys ever studied that? Have you ever studied the black goo? Because what they think it is that there's like a good type of black goo and a bad type of black goo, and that the black goo are like evil aliens and the good black goo is good people or good aliens or whatever. But that it's basically meteorites that fell out of the sky. So, Evie, you too? Yeah, that just happened to me just a few hours ago. Probably about, what is it? It's 5 o'clock my time, so probably around, yeah, probably about 4 or 5 hours ago. I was taking a nap because I'd worked all night getting my. It's not really dark matter. It's like the substance that there's supposed to be like a huge pile of it in Paraguay, I guess. But it's basically something that they think comes from like meteorites. And also there's, well, the Kaaba has something to do with it too. And then there's something like that little hole that they kiss or whatever, you know, when they go by and they kiss it, that's got the black goo in the Kaaba. But yeah, it was fascinating. I wish I could remember that guy's name. Let me try to find it, because it's a 3-hour long lecture, but I might try to bring up his flowchart if I can find it and show you guys, because he interrelates like everything in a, you know, something to do with D-Wave and CERN and how they're working together, along with HARP and chemtrails and black goo. And it was really fascinating lecture. And he was, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Well, he also talked about in that lecture Morgellons as well. Now, I want to try the wine test sometime. Have any of you tried the wine test? Where I'll have to look it up because I wasn't prepared to talk about this, so I can't remember the exact details of how you do it. But you like swish it around in your mouth for a while, and then you spit it out and let it sit for a few days and see if there's like little strings in it. Let me see if I can find like a definition of the black goo. It's basically just like a liquid form. What he said, I mean, and I don't know, but what he said was it's basically a liquid form of like a meteorite. And like hi Landon. So I need to, like I said, I wasn't prepared because I didn't know I was going to go on, because this is actually something I wanted to talk about. Okay, here's his name, Harold Kautz. And this lecture was 3 hours long, but it was really, really good. And I mean, it was such a long lecture. It's really hard to get into, but let me see if I can let's see. Just I'm going to try to find it. I'm going to try to keep up with the chat. And has anybody else been researching that at all? Because that's something I wanted to do a video on, because it just didn't sound like anybody else was talking about it in you know, in our community. I mean, there's, you know, conspiracy theorists and truthers talking about it, but it didn't seem like, let me see if I can bring up the lecture, because I know it's on several places on YouTube, but I think I saw it on Reggie from Boston, so that'll be easy to search for. Let's see here. But yeah, it's like a 3-hour long lecture, and I was like, oh. But when I saw it, it kind of put everything together. I'm going to try to find that flow chart. Space jelly. But anyway, there's supposed to be like a vault in, you know, somewhere in Germany with it. And oh, is Paul Johnston in here? Hi, Paul. Yeah, I'm kind of like going back and forth between the chat and but yeah, I'm definitely, I might talk about that during my tomorrow's broadcast. That'd be something good and different, because I've been meaning to do that. Okay, let me try to find that flow chart that he puts up, and then you guys can look at it. But his name is Harold with an A, Harald Kautzvela. Okay, I'm going to try to find that. I'm on it right now. Let's see that. Yeah, it's right there, I think. Oh, darn it. Did I miss it? Where'd that flow chart go? Got to pause it at just the right location. I found it, but I keep going either before or behind it. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to try to go ahead and... Now, while I do this, I probably won't be able to look at the chat. Let's see. So I'll have to go back, or you'll have to tell me about what you guys have been discussing after you see this, because I won't be able to see the chat while I bring this up. Okay, so he's talking about how HARP works with the chemtrails and the metals in the chemtrails, such as the barium, the strontium, this is titanium oxide and aluminum oxide. Okay, and then it affects our DNA, okay, somehow. And somehow, along with these, we get these Morgellons from the chemtrails and the metals in the chemtrails, you know, messing with us. And then along with the black goo, like, is used in like D-Wave and quantum computing and CERN, he was saying. And that it's just like a basic cycle. I wish I could read this. I can't see what it says. My computer's not that good. But anyway, I highly recommend it. Just, yeah, his name is, you know, just look up black goo. And yeah, this one was I guess it was 2 hours long. I said it was, but I've seen it once. Some of them are longer, and I've seen 3 hours. And see, he spoke what I thought was interesting. I remember one other place that he spoke on about it was one of the, for like some kind of European Peace Prize or something. And he was a lecturer at the Peace Conference. And so that was kind of odd. I thought that he was talking about this at a peace conference. But, okay, so, but anyway, and then I don't remember what he said about the synthesized RNA. I don't remember. I probably need to rewatch that interview, or that lecture, rather. Okay, I'm going to close this out now. I hope you guys got to see it, and my internet didn't go out, it looks like, so that's good. But anyway, you know, these are barium, strontium, titanium oxide, and aluminum oxide. I'm sure there's other metals in there too, you know, but what I find interesting about the barium and the aluminum is BAAL, ball, or bale, if you want to say it that way. Okay, I'm going to take this down now so I can look at the chat, because otherwise I can't look at the chat. But tell me what you guys think about all that. If I can get back to it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I can put a link to it. Now, this is on Richie from Boston's channel. There's other ones, too. I wish I could. I'll try to find the one where he was at the Peace Conference as well. Okay, let me go back up in the chat. And be sure to let me know if, you know, MA or somebody comes on. But I'll probably get off either at in about, might be like 1/2 the hour, just so that, you know, because that's really Robert Wood's time. But let me go back and see here. Okay. Okay. I went up too far, so. Yeah, when you were talking about chemtrails, that made me think of that I needed to go down this route, and I wanted to do a fuller presentation on one of my live streams, or even just a straight up video. Let's see here. That's crazy. You were talking about your names being called too, Cowboy? It happened to me 4 or 5 hours ago. That was the weirdest thing. It said, Michelle, are you awake? And it sounded just like my friend Julie. And it felt like she was here, you know, but oh, this is the second part that I was trying to remember, was that, you know, perhaps they're, you know, if this is a computer simulation and our real selves are somewhere else, you know, maybe somebody is trying to wake us up or something. I don't know. Okay, so Evie, you said that you heard it too. Let's see here. Oh, I definitely think, was it Therian? I can't remember. I scrolled past it, but I definitely think it's a combination of several factors. Oh, Scott Baylo, you're going to Florida. That's cool. Okay. I'm still trying to. Were you guys able to see the thing I brought up? Did you see the picture that I brought up? Yeah, well, they're definitely messing with our DNA somehow. I mean, how could our bodies be changing? I mean, maybe that's how our bodies are changing, is that the changes in the our DNA due to chemtrails or you know, like HARP is, you know, somehow controlling the weather or something like that. But no one told me, I don't think. Oh, it was your voice you heard, Cupie? Well, yeah, River Swept, it could be that God is, but why would God want to change our bodies, though? That's what I don't. It could be that. I don't know. But I don't think anybody answered me. Were you able to see the picture that okay. Oh, it's too small on your phone? Oh, okay. Yeah. I usually use one of my laptops, but yeah, it was too small on. But yeah, but you'll have to, let me see what the minute was. I should have, hang on. I'm going to put another link in that'll give you right where the minute is. And that'll be better. So hang on a second. I'll give you another link for that, because that'll give you right where that chart comes up, and then you can go back and listen to the whole thing if you want to. Yeah, so you know, it's hard not to think that which video? The one that I put a link to? Hi, Tammy Bachrath. But oh, hi, Korrie. I didn't see you come in. But anyway, Korrie, we've been talking about black goo, and I put up a link to something that had like a flow chart, how HARP and chemtrails and oh, whatchamacallit, HARP, chemtrails, and the metals and chemtrails, the titanium and barium and aluminum oxide and strontium are affecting our DNA and possibly giving us the Morgellons. Oh, and another cool picture. I don't know where it is, but it's in that lecture of that that I gave you is he, like somebody infected with the Morgellons. Darn it, this dumb thing. The chat just flew by me and I can't get it to click where I want it to. Urgh. Okay, maybe I have to do that. But anyway, oh, Scott, you had that, your name, Korrie, we were also talking about how a lot of us lately have been hearing our names yelled in our sleep. That happened to me today. So, but anyway, what I was getting at with the other picture that you need to check out, and it would take me too long to try to find it right now. But he, like somebody infected with the Morgellons, he was an artist and he drew a picture of like an alien that he sees, like kind of that he feels in his body that's working, you know, through his body. And then I still want to try that wine test where you spit it out to see if there's strings in it. Meigs did that, Meigsby, and she had the strings. So yeah, I think 5G is going to be, I think that's going to be a big part of getting all this stuff going too. I really, really do. I mean, I think that's going to be connected. And I think he did talk about that in that lecture too, but it wasn't on the chart. Pretty sure he did. But I need to go through his lecture again, his longer one, because that one was 2 hours. And I think he has a 3 or 4 hour one too. And I want to, you know, because it's something interesting that I don't hear that many ME people talk about that I think, you know, has something to do with it, or it's at least interesting. So has anybody else heard their names being called in their dreams lately? That's weird though, that we've all, or, you know, not, I guess Scott, yours was earlier, but that we've had it lately. You were awake when your name was called? When did that happen, Tammy? Hi, Penny Drops. You don't want to find out if you have those things wiggling inside me? I know I don't want to know, or I don't want them to be inside me, but I'm going to do that test. I'm going to see if I have those strings. But Migs B, she did it. I think she has a video on it. But yeah, you guys, I'm probably going to go off in 15 minutes just so Robert Wood can have his time, but I just thought I'd sub in. It happened yesterday, Tammy? Oh, wow. That's so crazy. That's weird that a lot of us have had that. It's almost like, I mean, I'm glad I brought that up because I haven't heard anybody else talk about that. Well, I mean, for a long time anyway. Hi, Raleigh. Yeah, we were talking about, well, not necessarily dreams, but a lot of us lately, and this happened to me today about 4 or 5 hours ago, was that I heard my name being called. Someone said, Michelle, are you awake? And I woke up with a start, but it was real and it sounded just like my friend Julie. And I thought she was here, like trying to get my attention at my house. Someone dreams about MA. So you heard it too, Penny Drops? Gosh, that's so crazy. Hi, Andrew. We're talking about having our name called in our sleep. About 4 or 5 of us heard it, and mine was today, and a lot of people have had it in the last 2 days. Have you had that? And also earlier, for the people who are just coming in, we were talking about black goo, and I gave a couple links in the chat for a lecture by Harold Kautzvella that puts together HAARP, chemtrails, messing with our DNA, Morgellons, and quantum computing and black goo. A couple nights ago? Wow. That's crazy that we've all been hearing our names called. That is weird. Oh, Scott, you were awake? Yeah, Scott and Tammy said that they were awake when they heard their name. Now, oh, I know what the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I had my earphones on, but I wasn't listening to anything. I was just like going through some stuff. And I heard what was wind chimes, kind of like, but it was real soft and faint. I thought that was kind of crazy. That happened to me earlier today. Oh, I heard a loud bang one time. This happened to me probably a year and a half ago. It was like I thought lightning had struck the house, and I just bolted up, bolted up, and nobody. It didn't wake anybody else up, so I I don't know, but I think a lot of people have experienced that as well. Have you guys, anybody else, been here in the, or even though if it was a while ago, you went to the door? Oh, because someone called your name, Raleigh. Oh gosh, it was so strange. Oh, you heard a flute? Yeah, mine was like wind chimes, and I don't know if it was coming through my computer or if it was some kind of code, but it was strange. I mean, I've heard things before. Like I've heard like what sounded like what Emmy was saying yesterday, like either whispering or a conversation or like an old radio broadcast. And then I've heard music, like I heard like Gregorian chant one time. Crazy. You had that lightning bolt thing happen to QP a year ago? You heard a sonic boom 2 days ago, but were you asleep or was it just awake, and was it a real That's weird. We never hear sonic booms anymore. Do we? Has anybody, was it a sonic boom, or I wonder just one of these loud booms that we've been hearing? Huh. Whispering, Penny? Yeah, I've heard that too. Or it's just like people are in another room in the house and they're talking very faintly. It's so strange. No ducks anymore. That's funny, Danny. Green lightning? Wow. 6 years ago. That's interesting. River swept. Yeah, I've been asleep both times, both when I heard my name and when I heard the lightning bolt. I mean, I bolted up both times. It was wild. But the wind chimes thing, that was weird because it was just really faint. It was kind of a pleasant noise, but I had my earphones on, and I made sure everything was off in the house, and it was strange. Oh my gosh, Raleigh, your cat. Well, animals are starting to make sounds like Scott's cat, and then Bluebeard's dog says round. I don't know if you've ever watched his broadcast. He can make his dog say round, and it's crazy. And then I had that dream that some of you guys heard about animals talking, and it freaked me out. Like hi Skookum. Yeah, I'm gonna go in a little bit, you guys, just because I don't want to, because I'm pretty sure Robert Wood's gonna go on at 4:20 his time, which is in 1 minute. But I might stay over 5 minutes or so, just to. It's the Earth shrinking. Your neighbor cat says hello, cowboy. Yeah, I guess I can't. I hope Scott can get his cat saying hello sometime. That would be great, because I guess MA's heard it, but he can't get it to do it when it's on camera. Brandon, are you still in the room? I'm gonna give you a wrench. I was gonna do that earlier, and it just flew by, and I couldn't put it on. Your face was being touched? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Now, I've had a lot of itching, which I do periodically lately. Hi, Melissa. That's crazy to hear something like touching, though. Pterodactyl screech. Yeah, that would be weird, too. Patrick Roberts. Yeah, I'm just going to be in here for 10 more minutes because Robert will be on. You feel touching on your face, too? I don't think I've felt that. Well, we at least talked about some. I didn't know what to say at first. I was just trying to sub in for him, and Robert's on now. Well, you guys can go over and see Robert. I'm just going to stay on for 5 or 10 more minutes and get off, just to give people time to go over there if they want to. Melissa, you're going to go live in 2 hours. That's cool. I usually try to get to some of your broadcasts because I like the Christian aspect of it. But yeah, I'm just Korrie, I'll get off in 5 minutes. Anybody that wants to leave, go ahead. But I just want to give time for us to kind of close out this discussion. But hi, Master Richie. I'm going to close pretty soon because Robert's on. I was just trying to sub in for MA. But we've been talking a lot about interesting things, you guys. If you want to come back and listen to it later, we talked about our names being called in our dreams, people touching our face. Pray for you. What are you scared about, Melissa? Yeah, I was wondering what happened to Mandela Monday too, but I fell asleep anyway, so. Oh, Brandon, there you are. I'm going to give you, if I can get to it fast enough. Dang it. Well, I can't get to it. I'll give you a wrench next time. But Melissa, what are you scared of? Somebody said that MA and Scott might be in a storm. I don't know. Is anybody from that area, England? But yeah, so anyway, we were talking about hearing our names called in our sleep, and we talked about high salted cedar. Oh, everybody's in and I'm gonna get off. I feel like I have to with Robert on. But we've talked about some really cool stuff. People called our names, loud booms in our sleep, people touching our face, black goo and how it relates to Morgellons, and no storm for you, Penny? Maybe not then. Yeah, it's strange not to have. I was thinking that at least MA would maybe come on and say that something happened with Scott or whatever, but I hope nothing happened to both of them, like, being in a car crash or something. Angel kisses. Oh, well, that would be nice if it was that. If it was the good angels. Robert will be a slow start. Well, I might go on for 20 minutes, but I don't want to take too much. So the new people, have you guys had anything like that? Have you had like any face touching that you felt, or a link to Robert? Maybe Korrie can do that. But or anybody calling out your name, because like 4 or 5 of us said that we've heard our names called in our sleep lately. And I think that is crazy. Let me see if I can put in a link for Robert's. If I can get to it. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on. I'll just, here's a link to Robert's, you guys. And wake up punching. Oh my gosh. Oh, and yeah, that's right. Some of you guys were awake when you heard your name too. So yeah, I put it in, Scott Baylo. I put the link in. Oh, hi, Candy. I'm just getting ready to get off because Robert's up next in the schedule, and I was just trying to fill in for MA for a while. So I'm gonna quit the audio, you guys. But if you guys anybody wants to stay here for just a smidge, you can. Robert Wood, Salted Cedar. But yeah, on the schedule, I just hate to take up his time. So everyone have a great day. Be sure to listen to all the black goo and calling out your name and dreams and stuff. It was pretty interesting conversation. See y'all later. Bye-bye.